You want to start with ET or you want to start with Sexton?
Go ET first because I think that's the biggest one.
Okay. Achilles tendon tear while leading the heat. Main, sorry. Pulls off. Look, you don't need it as much in moto as you do in basketball and football and these sports. Usually we see athletes come back a year later. That's generally speaking. Moto and Eli, maybe a little sooner. But to me, he was on the fence about coming back next year anyways. I think he was going to.
I think he was too.
I think he was, but it wasn't a 100% either way. At the most, he was going to do one more year.
Yep.
Let's say he can come back, a year from now, or let's give him 8 months, and he's trying to get ready for Supercross 2024. I don't think we see him again, man. I mean, maybe. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I hope I'm wrong. But I think that's the last time. If I had to bet money, that's the last time we see Eli Tomac on a motorcycle track.
I mean, I'm interested to know how bad it was. I don't know
surgery.
I don't know anything about that tendon. I know where it is, and that's pretty much my knowledge with it, and I know what you need it for and all that. But yeah, I still think you'll see him back, but I don't know in what way.
You think racing?
Yes, I could see a World Supercross thing, maybe to go for a full season in that or something like that.
Okay.
But I personally do, because I think he's going to go at this as like that's a sting that hurts.
Yeah.
And this is unfinished business.
I mean, you're a racer. It would be terrible to be,
I can only imagine
your last race.
I can only imagine, like, not even just that, but even the way that he just lost that championship. Why all he had to do was just basically finish these races, and he had it, and now he lost it, and especially in front of his hometown. And I don't think he wants to end that way.
Yeah. I think you're right. Well, I don't know. I don't think you're right in the fact that we'll see him race again. But I hope so.
I do. I really hope I see him back.
I hope so too. Yeah. But I'm just thinking, like, with his legacy and his wins and everything else. But dude, and I've been on race teams, and you're a racer. I was on KTM when Langston's wheel exploded in 01, and I was on a championship Supercross winning team with Reed. And I did it for a long time. I immediately, when that happened, I thought it was a bike at first, and then I kind of thought it was his foot or ankle. Obviously. Immediately when that happened, though, my thought just went to from Coker to Lars to Jelly, the mechanic, to Zimmerman, Chase's mechanic, to the family.
Yep.
The swing of emotions, John, Kathy, Tomac, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's millions of dollars that swung the other way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was weird. Like when we came up by him, I saw him on the side of the track right there trying to cross before that double.
Yep.
And I remember the first thing I thought of was, like, something must be wrong because he's not even trying to get out on the track. Like, he had plenty of room to just turn and go.
Yep.
I'm like, something's going on. And I remember telling myself after I jumped the double, after I got around him, I was like, okay, that's not a spot. We're not counting it because he's coming back. You know, like, he's going to come back and pass me. Kind of like what, when I saw Roxy get on the first turn, I'm like, it's not a spot. It's whatever.
Right.
That was strange, and I didn't think anything of it, to be honest with you. After the race, I went back to the van, and I went look at points, and I kind of forgot that he didn't pass me. And I looked at points to see where I was at, and I looked, and I'm like, oh, my God, Chase is winning.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Tomac never went back out. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I just started hearing this, and this.
Right.
It sucks.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
On Thursday's show, Moto 60 show, JT and I are like, shit, like the podium's going to be Chase, Tomac, Roxon, and this thing's boring, and Jet's going to walk away with it. All the things, right? And then it's just
a big
just
swing.
Never know, man.
I'm a Sexton guy. I mean, I get to ride with him quite a bit, so I can't say that I believed him to win it the whole time because he wasn't going to be able to get it done with how easy it was going to be for Tomac to just get second place.
Yep.
So I'm happy for Chase in that sense, but it's hard to be really excited for someone when it goes out like that.
Yeah, I said this on the review show. Look, there's a difference between the best racer and the fastest racer.
Yeah.
The best racer this year is Eli Tomac, right? He avoided the falls. He won the most races. He deserved to be in the points lead, and he deserved to be the champion.
Yep.
But the fastest racer all year has been Chase Sexton.
Without a doubt.
He's been able to reel Cooper and Eli in at times, pass them and drop them, fall, get up, yard them again.
Yep.
Fastest qualifier.
First 14 times so far.
Right.
Yeah, it's insane.
He's been the fastest rider all year.
Yep.
That doesn't always get you a championship, but I don't think anyone can sit there and start being like, asterisks and this and that. Look, he's going to win Salt Lake, and that'll be 6 races to Eli's 7, and he's been the fastest guy, and congratulations to him. It's unbelievable, the turn of events.
Yep.
But, like, I don't think you can just be like, like Dungey's title in 17. Like he won 2 races. Tomac won 6.
Right.
Tomac had some weirdo. If you want to start saying that Dungey backed into that one, okay,
right.
I'll listen to that. I'll give you a table for that because that's a clear difference.
Yep.
But this one for Sexton, it's well deserved, well earned, and all of that.
In my opinion, it's the same thing like we just talked about at the beginning. You have to line up at every race.
Yeah.
That's why we raced 17 times, and at one point I was like 26 in the points. Because I was just crashing and getting 1 point around, and now I'm in the 20th. And you got to show up. That's just the way it is.
And, what's up, Mitch? You got a question about Tomac?
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Good.
Hey, I know everybody's got their opinions of what was going on, what happened with Eli. I was just wondering though. I saw a picture of a close-up of his boot, and it looked to me like the bottom strap wasn't really tight. It had a lot of play in it. You think that would have had anything to do with like giving him extra motion on the jump?
I don't think so. I got the same photo in a group text today about that. But Starling, you do have a thought about the boots.
Yeah, I mean, I love Alpine Star boots. They're great boots, but all these guys, they all have custom boots. Even Garnier guys, they all have their own custom boot, and they want as much range of motion as possible. And it's possible that maybe there was just a little bit too much for him. Granted, when he's not having a situation like that, it probably feels great to be able to move your foot like you want to.
There's a pro and con to both.
Right,
yeah.
right. Do I think that his boot was built wrong or something like that? No. I think it was built exactly how I wanted it. But stuff like that can happen, the G-force. When you landed off that jump and landed long.
It went a little long.
It was tough.
Yeah.
I wear Garniers. Those things are beyond stiff.
Yeah.
And it was tough on my ankles, it's not easy.
I wear the Tech 7s and the 10s, and I can tell you the 10s are so much stiffer.
Yeah.
So much more hold up with the 10s than a 7. But the 7s feel comfortable.
Right.
Right.
And that's what they're going for, right? They're trying to get as much movement
they're trying
so
to
they
get
can always shift.
A 7 feel with the 10 look. And,
of course. Yeah. So I understand it 100%, but, for me, I like a stiffer boot just because I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So, again, not saying the boot caused it.
No,
saying
not
anything
by
like
any
that.
means.
But the boots these guys wear are more like tennis shoes than the boot they sell.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Mitch. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Alex is on too. What's up, Alex? You got a rant?